Well, good evening wherever you are on this most pleasant evening. As you can see, there's been a terrific atmosphere here. There is great expectation, excitement, and it has built nicely in these idyllic conditions. Conditions which are certainly playing their part in creating a glorious ambience. It's quite a struggle to get in here, points of access hard to come by, and an awful lot of people gathering to get through the gates, but regardless of that, there's a great feel here and much excitement for the game ahead. Really is quite a sight to behold this. It feels like a big game, it looks like a big game. Mind you, they all do at this ground. If you're just joining us, we are already underway. He's got to be in here! Oh, important interception. Alessandro Costa-Curta, he doesn't have what you'd call a classic centre-back's physique, does he?
No, but his game is never really about athleticism, power and the physical stuff. He never has to let it be.
Well, it's interesting because he's still become considered one of the greatest defenders of his time. How's that?
Well, it's characteristics like leadership, his class, his tenacity. He's nigh on perfect reading of the game and all done with immaculate discipline.
Now, what about a counter-attack? Bellingham. No, that's been intercepted. Long ball by the goalkeeper. De Jong. Mbappe. Vieira. Botafogo are enjoying more and more possession, but very few chances up to now. There really wasn't very much in that, not far away from being a telling final ball.
Look, the game is full of ifs and buts. If only the pass could have completed its journey.
Mbappe! And it's Vieira. Well timed, excellent interception. Neymar.
They want to be quick here. It's breakaway time.
He's a sharp little ball here.
Well, it seems as if the message has been issued by both managers. Don't concede the opener.
Plays a delicate ball. Neymar. Mbappe. Oh, he's caught him there. It's a free kick. Looks to me as though this is probably a little too far out for a shot. Oh, that's disappointing. Oh, the ball's run loose here. Vieira. Mbappe. And that interception was most necessary. Rudiger. And it's Van Dijk. And it's Dembele. Well seen, saw that coming. Mbappe. That has been cut short. Oh, can he finish? Goal! Fluminense! And Fluminense take the lead.
Yeah, I'd call that transition with bite. They won it back and bit hard.
substituição no time do Botafogo. Camisa 13.
So time for change, and this one has been on the cards for a little while. Raul, greeted with much expectation and fanfare.
Well, we're all delighted to see him, but we're not quite sure how he feels about not starting this.
Fluminense draw first blood here.
It's so often the case with goal scorers, little influence, and all of a sudden, bang.
Oh, good read. Yet another to add to football's endless list of could-haves and should-haves.
Fluminense clearly didn't help themselves by telegraphing that one. It was always going to be intercepted. If they want to counter, they could do with more speed.
Haaland. Raul. Now it's Haaland. The message is clear, none shall pass. Raul. Raul, unable to make it happen for all his good intentions.
Fluminense have really been terrific at snuffing out the threat. Now for something different.
Oh, that was vital. Botafogo have rung the changes already. They could, of course, make further alterations at half-time. And now the breakaway. Mbappe, out to the left it goes. Mbappe, he has found the way through. Well, the defence just about came out on top, but they were certainly tested.
Well, the further he went, the more attention he attracted. There was just way too much pressure for him to get the shot away.
There's the whistle for half-time. So there we are, half-time. Both teams head into their respective dressing room, and while there was a genuine flow about the game, most importantly, there has been just one telling moment. It is still very tight here. The game still up for grabs. And the half-time score, 1-0.
Well, they definitely won't be happy with that half. They seem to lack a bit of desire, especially going forward. It wouldn't surprise me to see a change or two.
Well, you'd have to say it's a game that has very much lived up to the pre-game expectations. Passions running pretty high, rivals going at each other 100 miles an hour. You wonder whether they can keep this up. Whistle goes, and we start the second half.
Botafogo need to get the balance right to sort this out. Ambition must be complemented by just the right amount of caution, and I think the more experienced players can oversee that.
David Villa, now it's Bellingham. Neymar. Oh, that's a fine interception.
Well, that's the first attempt, Peter, we've seen at one of those raking
Now the finish! That was superb goalkeeping.
Really anticipated that well, didn't he?
Beckham standing over it. Safe to say, he's capable of better than that. David Villa. Real chance here. Can he put it away? McGinn. Haaland. Now it's Beckham. Oh, it's a nice idea, but the execution was lacking. Some good work on the right flank here. There's some great running on show here, but ultimately there was no way through. That has not gone well. And that is as far as they're going to go. That a foul? Yes, the referee's given it. And it's Lampard. Raul. That's very neat. Now by a goal, needing to go up a gear. That's how it looks here. David Villa looking understandably energised after his goal.
Partida de hoje, 71.898 espectadores.
Oh, well played. So, Jim, what are you thinking?
Botafogo are not doing enough to get themselves back in the game. They're not as threatening as their opposition. It's got to change.
Mbappe. Now there's a David Villa! Oh, surely that deserved better.
Villa deserves a lot of credit for his willingness to make those runs. The passers will always have an option with him.
It's a crossfield ball towards the other flank. Lampard.
It's the sort of situation they'll want to capitalise on now.
He's shifting through the gears here. Now that's a fine challenge.
Botafogo showing a little more urgency now, and to be honest, Peter, this is what's required.
There is an irresistible, irrepressible look about them here.
You know, the interest value in this game might just take off from here.
Botafogo perhaps contemplating their next change here. And he's intervened well there. Vieira. And that's been intercepted. Looking for the runner. Oh, that's well spotted. That's headed upfield. Haaland. Now it's De Jong. The pressing's intense, and it's paid off.
Botafogo seem happy to bash their heads against the brick wall, Peter. That central route forward is just a no-go zone.
Oh, now this is interesting, and the referee has pointed to the spot. Botafogo really could have done without this. Well, the protest continues, but in the end they are defending the indefensible.
Well, I think the alternative was to stand there and do nothing while he tried to score, and obviously he's not going to allow that, Peter, is he?
To further improve their position of comfort. Brilliant save from Alisson!
Substituição em andamento.
Now it's Vinicius Junior. Now it's Vinicius Junior.
They may end up with some...
And he's had a hit! Oh, and that should have been two.
He's really trying to take this upon himself to get it won. How many interceptions have we seen now? Someone's got to up the quality and set an example.
No way through. He's looking wide. De Jong. Passing is crisp and sharp. Oh, he's Mbappe! And that would have been game, set and match. Oh, that's a key interception. shows good alertness. Just 5 minutes left.
I think we're about to see a frenetic finish. No half measures from here.
Well seen, saw that coming. Vieira calmly anticipates, gets his pass away, pinches it off him.
Foram indicados 2
Koulibaly.
minutos de acréscimo.
Vinicius Junior looks to go up and over, and the keeper's given it away. Shot a goal! It's a carbon copy of the previous miss.
They're just lacking a cutting edge, Peter, and while that's fairly obvious, the rest of their attacking play is actually quite good. The taker has to look for options because an aerial supply doesn't look promising here.
Yeah, they've got to find a way around this huge height disadvantage. Bops him off it and wins back the ball. And that is it. The referee has seen enough. Quite a game, and one that was always on a knife edge until the very final whistle. No shortage of endeavour, effort, at times effervescence, but just one goal to show for all of that. Thoughts on what we've just seen?
Yeah, well, I've been on the losing side in games like this, and I can tell you it really...
Oh, good evening to you and welcome on this most perfect evening for a game of football to which we look forward immensely. It's hardly a surprise that everybody has come here in their droves, this being a fixture that has received so much coverage in the days leading up to it. And it's good to see that we have a good contingent of visiting fans by the look of it too. The atmosphere is amicable, the conditions do bring out the best in everyone, and I think we're all looking forward to a feel-good game. Well, the pre-match build-up has been fantastic. Now, the game itself. If you're just joining us, we are already underway. Now it's Neymar. Neymar finds himself offside. Great skill, that's nice. Haaland.
Well, Peter, I don't think I ever saw so much pressure being placed on the shoulders of one man as I did upon those of a young Neymar back in the summer of 2014.
Of course, it was seen by many as his tournament. The moment Brazil was to reaffirm its position as football's natural home. The opening game didn't start well.
Not really, but he dragged his team kicking and screaming through it.
I remember it ending 3-1, of course, but the third was a goal in stoppage time. It was really Neymar whose double did the damage.
Yeah, most definitely a captain show, having been handed the sacred armband at the tender age of 22.
Mbappe, decent hit! And for a moment, time stood still. Lampard, Cafu. Well, it looked promising, but the final ball is just not quite right. And here's Messi. Shin to shin, bicep to bicep, and he wins out. Well, the defence just about came out on top, but they were certainly tested. So a third of the match, or thereabouts, gone, and we still await the first goal. And he's gone backward here. Costa Curta. That has not gone well. De Jong. Now it's Haaland. Cafu. Looking for the run. Cafu. Well seen. Saw that coming. Mbappe absolutely focused then on the defensive side of his game.
Well, it's not a surprise to see that these days, all part of a forward's duties.
Looking tidy in possession here. And smartly reclaimed. Lampard. Messi. Now looking to orchestrate a counter. It's Saka. Mbappe. And that is expertly dealt with. Now it's Mbappe. Vieira. Passes coming off in quick succession here. Saka. Some good work on the right flank here. Saka. Mbappe!
That, Peter, is wonderful reading of the game. Perfect positioning. Well played.
And that's been intercepted. For a moment you felt that was going somewhere, but they'll have to go again. Can he finish? And that interception was most... In for the follow-up! Loose ball and the follow-up! Goal, Italy! He won't get many simpler than that, but he's certainly not complaining.
Oh, players like this fella almost have a sixth sense to get themselves in such great poaching positions. How quick-minded was that?
A 1-0 lead established.
Listen, when it comes to goals, Peter, in this team, he's always the #1 contender, and he's done it again.
There's some great running on show here, but ultimately there was no way through. And it's Vieira. De Jong. Now it's Haaland. Mbappe. Now it's Neymar. Nice interception. His positioning was spot on. Haaland. Plays a sharp little ball here. Fires from distance. Oh, a delicate chip through. Roberto Carlos. Neymar. Oh, good read. And it's half-time here. So the end of the first half, both teams have had their moments. There's been no shortage of talking points, but there has been just one goal, and that is the state of it at the break. 1-0.
It's a dressing room that needs rousing at half-time because, in truth, they've not really been at it so far. If the pep talk works, we may see a very different side second half. We need to.
Here we go again then.
Botafogo don't need to press the panic button just yet. They may have to tweak their setup first. If they don't grab an early goal in this second half, they can't hold back though.
Couldn't squeeze it through. And that's been intercepted. Messi has found the net here, of course. Rudiger. Well seen, saw that coming. Lampard. Cafu. Some really good ball movement. Chouameni moved on forwards. Lampard. And that interception was most necessary. Now that's well seen too. Lampard. Haaland. That's a good ball out wide. That's good play. Oh dear, less said about that pass the better. Could move up a gear here. Mbappe. Neymar. Van Dijk did well to emerge with the ball. That's a contest to keep an eye on.
70.987 espectadores.
Your impression so far, Jim?
Well, considering they're only one down, they're closer to conceding a second than scoring a leveller.
And it's Vieira.
Well, this is exactly the approach they have to take now, Peter.
They're coming again and again.
You know, the interest value in this game might just take off from here.
Pass is just off target.
Messi, well, he was given the time and room initially to hold on to the ball, but eventually he was squeezed that bit harder and the task became too much. I think he's got to be a little quicker in his distribution then and get others into the match.
There's the shot! Vieira. Haaland. Now Mbappe. Haaland! Haaland! And he's really put himself on the line here.
Substituição em andamento.
They've got a healthy number of very tall targets to pick out from this corner.
Van Dijk. Played back in. Roberto Carlos.
Botafogo really aren't making anything meaningful of their time on the ball.
Mohamed Salah. Time and now the finish! He has done it! A two-goal cushion, and it's looking safe. And that was as close to certain as can be.
Yeah, the goal was really well worked. Look, the game is a constant search for space, and he found the pocket.
And it didn't take him long. Just sitting on the bench and waiting moments ago, already he has scored.
I think the manager's claiming an assist here.
So that's two now without reply.
Yeah, I can't think of a better time, Peter, to get that two-goal cushion. That, for me, should be decisive.
Works it forward. Oh, well played, well sorted out. Now it's Mbappe. Haaland. That's headed upfield. That is good alertness. Vieira. Now it's Haaland. Botafogo looking to pass their way through.
They need to play this quicker in transitions like this.
Well timed, excellent interception. Alisson punts it upfield. Cafu. Lampard. That is good strength. Looking to go deep. Shapes to shoot! He wasn't that far away.
I thought the wing work was A1. The defending and finishing was anything but.
Haaland. Cafu. He rises! He scored! And what a climax we have here!
Yeah, I'd call that transition with bite. They won it back and bit hard.
Botafogo give themselves a chance of a fairy tale finish.
Well, the mindset has changed. Now they need to find all the courage they can get.
Played into the middle. It's a quick ball upfield. That's been cut out, well played. And the referee brings it to a close. Botafogo can justifiably find this a hard one to swallow. They gave it their all, but ultimately they have fallen just short against an opponent prepared to go toe-to-toe until the end. How would you sum up what we've witnessed, Jim?
Well, the surprise for me was seeing a team look so feeble in what is usually a strongly protected area. But the centre of their defence looked open and very, very unsafe.
So just time for me to say thanks to Jim for his wisdom and to wish you all a very good evening. Well, good evening wherever you are on this most pleasant evening. As you can see, there's been a terrific atmosphere here. There is great expectation, excitement, and it has built nicely in these idyllic conditions. Conditions which are certainly playing their part in creating a glorious ambience. It's quite a struggle to get in here, points of access hard to come by, and an awful lot of people gathering to get through the gates, but regardless of that, there's a great feel here and much excitement for the game ahead.
It's of course one of the greatest shrines to European football, indeed to football all over the globe. The Spotify Camp Nou here, pretty much bang centre in the Catalan capital.
Well, as you can see, we've already started here. Now it's Messi. Not getting too much time on the ball here, that is good pressing. Well, now here's a good battle, bicep to bicep. Mbappe. Oh, super ball! Look at the space here! And the whistle's gone, presumably for offside. Now it's Mbappe. Defending in numbers, sharp and uncompromising.
Yeah, that's top defending and preventing him turning, which can open up many possibilities.
Now it's De Jong. Well, we expected better, and so did he. Haaland. Neither of the teams has yet taken the initiative. Now it's Mbappe. Spread it left. Pedri, played out to the right, and they can counter here, showing good feet. Messi, oh, he's going to be pulled back for that one. So who is the target now? He's having a look at what's available. Well, that is good. Super running, sharp movement. Came up against a defender, though, who was ever so determined.
Well, neither team has yet managed to impose any authority, and as a consequence, this game's just drifted.
Premio looking to pass their way through. Back into the middle. Messi. Well, the defence just about came out on top, but they were certainly tested. Passes coming off in quick succession here. Pedri. And here's... It's Drogba! And that has earned a few nods of approval from the bench. And we have our very first corner. And it's been taken short. Botafogo can counter promptly here. Oh, that's well spotted. Guardiola. De Jong. Lampard. Played out towards the right wing. De Jong. Neymar. Vieira does well to stand firm and defend it. Lampard has good running with the ball. Irwin. And the counter is on. Nicely weighted ball. Well, the defence proved infallible then, but that won't be the last they'll see of him. That is good alertness. Guardiola for Iniesta. It's Pedri. And it's Messi.
Might want to be careful there.
He's through here. Nice interception. His positioning was spot on. Chooses to go cross-field. Neymar.
And he's had it nicked away. De Jong. Lampard. This is De Jong. A temporary retreat here. Out to the right.
They need to play this quicker in transitions like this.
While facing up to his adversary, this is a formidable matchup. Irwin is very much the model of the modern-day fullback. Well cut out, no margin for error there at all. Well, he was clearly disappointed with that pass.
Quality deserted them when they really needed it.
Cafu. Neymar. Looks to the other side. Now it's Messi. Roberto Carlos does really well there, strong defending. Vieira. De Jong. Oh, no joy this time. Well, there is a look that says it all. A piercing stare.
The movement was good, but the pass lacked authority, a cause of mild frustration.
And the referee brings the first half to a close. Well, there it is, half-time. Not a bad watch by any means. And the efforts of both sides have been good, but neither have been able to penetrate. And so we reach the break, and the game remains goalless. Any opinion you'd like to express on the first half?
Well, this has proved a very frustrating day so far, especially for the strikers. Nothing has been created for them. I think the service has been extremely poor.
An intriguing half, lacking only in goals. The score 0-0. So off we go once more. No score in the first half. Who's ready to go for it now? Driving on and making good progress. Oh, good spread. Nice control. That's a smashing touch to get him away. He's had a shot! Great effort, but no way through. De Jong. Lampard. And it's Roberto Carlos. And it's Lampard. Now it's Haaland. This is promising. He's going for goal! Well, now it's a race for the ball. Roberto Carlos. Vieira. And here's a chance. Terrific effort, just off target.
Well, I think he's surprised himself how he managed not to hit the target then. He seemed to believe it was going in.
Costa Curta. Neymar. Oh, now here's an interesting matchup. Nice try, but he wasn't buying it.
Gremio have turned up with a human blockade. This is top defence.
Messi. Neither of these two want to come off second best. Iniesta! Oh, and they really should have been made to pay.
La asistencia a este partido asciende a 98.004 espectadores.
And it's Messi. Messi going face-to-face with his great rival. It's a carbon copy of the previous miss.
Gremio really are in the ascendancy here, and they know they have to register while that's the case.
Plenty of action at either end, just nothing to show for it.
Well, from an entertainment viewpoint, it's not the scoreline we would have wanted at this stage, although I'm not complaining about the commitment being shown. We've seen plenty of goalmouth action.
Oh, nicely intercepted. Roberto Carlos. Here's Vieira. Messi. Pinches it off him. Vieira does really well to win the ball there. Vieira did well to emerge with the ball. That's a contest to keep an eye on. Guardiola. Costa Curta. That has been slung wide. Tries to crash through the challenge, but no. Oh, the movement is slick, the speed is slippery. The defence, though, able to hold on this time. Shot could be on. Oh, they could break here. Looking for the run. That's a nicely measured pass. Haaland gets through on his own.
Botafogo merit full marks for their attitude and application in trying to win this. It means an awful lot, obviously.
De Jong. Passes short and sharp.
Botafogo seem happy to bash their heads against the brick wall, Peter. That central route forward is just a no-go zone.
Now it's Mbappe. Aims beyond the defence. Mbappe! Oh, the keeper's done ever so well.
Well, someone's doing his job properly, Peter, that's for sure.
Cambio de jugadores en el gremio.
Size really matters, and it's time to make it matter now.
El dorsal 11, Neymar. El dorsal 10, Messi. El dorsal 6, el dorsal 8.
Premio can start a counter here.
Serán sustituidos por el dorsal 99, Fernando Torres. El dorsal 7.
This has been a better game than the scoreline suggests, and it really does merit a goal.
It's gone out for a throw-in. Roberto Carlos.
Look, there has to be more urgency here. The ball has to get to the other end much faster.
Smoothly does it. Just eases him off the ball.
Well, both sides might have to settle for a draw here, although there's still a chance for one last fling.
It's Luis Garcia! It's off target and by quite a way. Shifted upfield. Lampard. And it's Roberto Carlos.
Un minuto de descuento.
Haaland! And that was the final act of the game, a nearly game until the very end. And it finishes 0-0. So a tough one to gauge. Defensive dominance combined with wastefulness in attack. And the outcome inevitable. How do you look back on the game then, Jim?
Botafogo can always take more positives from a result like this. Yes, there is some tidying up to do, but some real promise too.
So many thanks to Jim Beglin. That's all we have time for. Good evening to you. Well, a very good evening to you wherever you are. I do hope that you can join me in appreciating this truly beautiful evening. A night that is absolutely ideal for a game of football. The scenes here really are something. A beautiful picture under the floodlights. Traffic and transport round here, not the kindest. But regardless of that, the fans have found a way of getting here. There is a sense of theatre and the decibel levels are rising. And the mood is boisterous. It is a perfect ambience for the central characters who are ready now to perform. We have already started here. Forwards and with intent. Can he get it through? A slightly better ball would have led to a very different outcome there.
Botafogo clearly didn't help themselves by telegraphing that one. It was always going to be intercepted.
He is through here. Is there any support? It shapes to shoot! Oh, and that is really good tenacity. Premio with the corner, there first. Van der Vaart goes short. And now they can spring out of defence. And he's away. Works it forward. Van der Vaart. Lovely ball. David Villa!
Villa is hugely at ease and confident of taking on long-range efforts. It seems to be a natural strength.
I wonder what you've seen, Jim, over the early moments of the game.
Well, both sides seem happy with the patient approach for now, still trying to have a good look at one another.
Van Dijk did just about enough to come out on top there. Neither party overly willing to compromise. Now it's Iniesta. Now it's Ribéry. It's a good-looking cross. Van der Vaart! Well, he should have done better, and he knows it.
His reputation is better than what we've just seen.
Ribéry. He's having a go! Oh, the keeper's done ever so well.
Ribéry is offering a wry smile there.
No way through. David Villa. Ribéry. Now there's a fine ball. Lampard. Botafogo, so far providing no real test at all for the goalkeeper. The defence opting here for strength in numbers.
Haaland, well, he was given the time and room initially to hold on to the ball, but eventually he was squeezed that bit harder and the task became too much. I think he's got to be a little quicker in his distribution then and get others into the match.
The pressing's intense and it's paid off. Guardiola. And Koundé. Van der Vaart. Rudiger does well to get it back. There's a beautiful simplicity about this contest. Willing running on one side, dogged defence on the other. David Villa. Ah, lovely feet. There's some great running on show here, but ultimately there was no way through. Oh, good read. And he's running through. Haaland. Now who's going to be first to this? And it's Iniesta. Forward it goes. And nicely intercepted. Adams. Koundé. Vieira. De Jong. That has been slung wide. It's a pretty loose pass. Still looking for the first breakthrough, and it is nearly half-time now. Gremio are looking to break at pace, and it's Iniesta.
That, Peter, is wonderful reading of the game. Perfect positioning. Well played.
Cafu. He's shifting through the gears here. Oh, good take in a good area.
If they want to counter, they could do with more speed.
David Villa. Bergkamp. Oh, it's Bergkamp. Well, the movement is slick, the speed is slippery. The defence, though, able to hold on this time.
That appeared to be an inevitable...
He's gone for goal! Iniesta! Brilliant!
Well, I'm happy to admit that I didn't really see that coming, but I'm very glad it did, and you can only eulogise about such excellence. The finish was imperious, the player immense.
Oh, beautifully dispatched. There was no reaching that.
Well, Peter, I think the keeper knew straight away he was never going to get to it.
And the referee brings the first half to a close. Steady, solid, and for now, where they want to be. Just one goal, and they have it. Good effort from both sides, but at half-time, it is 1-0.
Not the most convincing of displays. They could certainly do much better than this. They'll want to keep things simple, build up their confidence, and not rush into mistakes.
Substituição em andamento.
And the action is back on the way.
Botafogo need to get the balance right to sort this out. Ambition must be complemented by just the right amount of caution, and I think the more experienced players can oversee that.
Mbappe! Van der Vaart! Van der Vaart! And that's off target.
Oh, it was the first touch to die for, and it set him up beautifully.
How many interceptions have we seen now? Someone's got to up the quality and set an example.
He's free, he has got space. And it's Iniesta. Shot at goal! Lampard. Now it's Mbappe. Not the most accurate pass. Well, that is not the best ball, and he offers an apologetic look.
He made it look a bit predictable.
Decent hit! Oh, denied brilliantly!
Yeah, he was well placed to deal with that.
Corner number 2 then. Van der Vaart plays it short. Nice control. Iniesta crosses. Botafogo can start a counter here. And he welcomes it in. Elbow goal, needing to go up a gear. That's how it looks here. Well-timed, excellent interception. De Jong could move up a gear here. And he was quick to react. Mbappe. Noticeable change in the approach to defending here. Much more in your face.
Yeah, and they've got to be careful, Peter, that they don't allow their attempt to snuff out the threat now to turn into indiscipline.
Your impression so far, Jim?
Well, the stats are pretty telling here. It's
That looks a foul. Yep, referee's given it. Great strike, but the keeper's equal to it. Oh, split-second reaction.
really anticipated that well, didn't he? Well, look, they know they've got a height advantage, and it's time for them to use it. Botafogo showing a little more urgency now, and to be honest, Peter, this is what's required.
This is a really front-footed approach.
Well, the question now is whether they can sustain it.
And it's Iniesta. And that's been intercepted. De Ligt gets across to intercept that. Ribéry. Mbappe. And he cuts out the supply. Lampard. Now it's Haaland. Van der Vaart. For Iniesta. And it's Guardiola. Gets his pass away. Mbappe. That's good play.
Look, it's a run defences dislike, but the timing has to be spot on.
Now it's Mbappe. Just about up to 75 minutes. Rodrigo. Oh, now here's an interesting matchup. And they're quick to press. Excellent challenge there, uncompromising.
Gremio surely have to be commended for their drive and desire. Most teams would be taking...
There's the hit! And he's managed to get rid. Haaland! And that interception was most necessary. And that's another good win of the ball. Vieira has been caught there, it's a foul. The final moments of a game that has been pretty compelling overall.
Well, it's looking like too little too late, but they are giving it all they have.
Passing nice and neat. Rodrigo. Good running, strong and purposeful. Out to the left it goes. Ribéry. Ribéry stood his ground strongly. Just 5 minutes remaining now. Mbappe looks to get on the end of this. Well seen, saw that coming. Ribéry. Looking for the runner. Mbappe!
Gremio, sir.
And it's been given away. He's going to be disappointed with that. Van Dijk. Cafu.
Foram indicados 2 minutos de acréscimo.
It's a sweet ball, that. And that's gone loose. Defence has got rid of that. De Jong. And the shot's on here. Now it's Haaland. Haaland! Cleared without complication. And that's it. Quite a game, and one that was always on a knife edge until the very final whistle. No shortage of endeavour, effort, at times effervescence, but just one goal to show for all of that. Any reflections on what you've seen, Jim?
That's a fairly demoralising loss. They hardly threatened, and this was about as insipid as it comes.
And with that, it's time for me to thank Jim Beglin and to wish you a very good evening.